In a quiet monastery, nestled deep within snow-covered mountains, lived a young monk who was always in a hurry. Not with his feet, but with his mind. He wanted peace. He wanted to be awakened. He wanted to reach enlightenment as quickly as possible. From the day he arrived, he tried harder than anyone. He would meditate for hours while others rested. He would wake up before dawn and chant alone in the temple. He would fast for days, believing that if he could endure more, he would be rewarded with wisdom. But the more he tried, the more restless he became. His thoughts didn't stop. His body ached. His heart felt distant from peace. "Why am I not there yet?" he often thought. "I'm doing everything I'm supposed to." Still, peace never came. One day, the young monk couldn't take it anymore. He went to see the Zen master, a quiet old man who spoke little but seemed to hold a calmness that nothing could shake. The young monk bowed deeply and said, "Master, I've been trying so hard. I meditate, I chant, I fast. I've given up comfort, sleep, even food, but I still don't feel what you call enlightenment. Why? What else must I do?" The master looked at the monk with soft eyes. He didn't answer with words. Instead, he stood and motioned for the monk to follow. They walked silently through the snow-covered courtyard. Not a word was spoken. Eventually, they came to a stone bench where a large block of ice sat under the morning sun. It glistened quietly, its surface slowly softening as golden light touched it. The master sat beside the ice, tucked his hands into his sleeves, and said only one word: "Watch." The monk stood quietly. At first, he wasn't sure what he was supposed to see, but he waited and he watched. Minutes passed. The ice began to drip. Tiny drops of water slid down its edge, falling silently to the stone. More time passed, more melting. Still the master said nothing. Finally, after nearly an hour, the monk couldn't help but speak. "Master, what does this mean?" he asked softly. The old man turned his eyes to the monk and said, "Can you melt the ice with your hands?" The monk shook his head. "Can you shout at it and make it disappear faster?" Again he shook his head. "Can you wish it to be gone?" The monk smiled faintly. "No." The master nodded. Then he said with complete stillness, "The sun does not try. It simply shines, and the ice melts on its own." In that moment, something clicked inside the monk. He looked at the ice again. It didn't struggle. It didn't fight. It didn't try to melt. It simply sat there, and when the warmth came, it changed. Naturally. That evening, the monk returned to his meditation cushion. He didn't sit with effort. He didn't try to force anything. He simply breathed. He let go. He allowed the light of awareness to shine just as the sun had that morning. And for the first time, his mind began to quiet. Not because he forced it to, but because he finally stopped trying so hard. Days passed, then weeks. The monk no longer rushed. He moved slowly, simply, and without needing to get there. And ironically, that's when it happened. Not all at once, not with lightning or visions, but like ice under sunlight, something in him began to melt. His fear, his expectations, his grip, they softened. And in that softening came peace. We often believe we must do more to become more. We chase goals, we push ourselves, we try to control our minds, our feelings, our futures. But the truth is, peace is not something we reach. It's something we return to when we stop pushing so hard. Just like the ice under the sun, we don't melt through force, we melt through presence. Let go, be still, and allow the light to do its quiet work. Enlightenment is not something you chase. It's what remains when the noise is gone. If this story helped you slow down, let it sit with you for a while. And if you'd like to hear more timeless Zen and Buddha stories told slowly, told gently, told with care, subscribe to this channel. There's more waiting. Not to be chased, but simply to be heard. Thank you for listening.